Welcome to the nightcap here on Tuesday for the 2025 ISC World Tournament here at Caswell Sports Park in beautiful North Mankato, Minnesota. That's the defensive lineup for the JDT Energy squad. Pomeroy, Patterson, and Lynch around the left to right in the outfield. Laskowski, Ducharme, Kipfer, and Walsh for JDT. And it's Devin McCullough, as it's been all week here. Dallas Cornelius behind the plate. Batting for the Express, the Bear Creek Express. And Joe, this is almost an intramural. Well, it is. It's an intramural game.
Yeah.
Bear Creek Express. Callum Bichel, Yusuke Morita, Ty Sebastian's a designated player in the 3 spot. Luger Pinto, Jack Burt, David Galino, Ty Bartarillo, Cody Panabecker, Yusuf Davis in the 9 spot. And there you see it for the Bear Creek Express.
There
Devin
should be no
McCullough,
secrets.
No, there's no secrets here. This is a brother on brother. Devin McCullough, Joe, has been outstanding for JDT, picking up both of their wins. The Express, we last had them on the broadcast on Sunday, the first game of the day on Hall of Fame Sunday. And Joe, they struggled. They banged out 11 runs, but they struggled getting past that Grass Valley Greens team. That game was 6-6.
Yes.
The end of 6.
And the Greens team had runners on second and third in that 6th inning.
So they persevered, and Callum Bichel knocks one out to left for a leadoff single for the Bear Creek Express.
Good start for Bear Creek Express. Leadoff batter Callum Bichel. Good start there. Just a big punch out to left field.
Now, they did come back and convincingly beat the Kingston Axemen 7-0 on Monday. Yusuke Morita, center fielder for the Express. And boy, Joe, he has looked really good all summer long for the Express and was really good for Japan at the World Cup as well.
Kind of like having 2 leadoff batters with this Bichel and Morita going 1-2 here.
McCullough, of course, a lot of rise balls, works in the change quite frequently. It's a devastating change. And he is the workhorse for this JDT squad. They've got Colin Walsh that they can go to. Yanni Suriel from the Dominican national team was a late pickup for the JDT squad after Pami Madzalukwa was unable to make the trip. Big cut by Morita, comes up empty. Normally, Joe, he's able to explode up and into those rise balls, but that's a great spot to go after Morita, right in tight on the hands.
And great late movement on that pitch, too.
Ty Sebastian to the plate. Talked to Ty, Joe, after the game on Sunday, where his first at bat, he got hit in the ankle. Now, it one-hopped, but nobody wants to get hit in the ankle, and he was very sour about it at the time. He threw the bat down. There goes Bichel on the move, and DOA at second base. A good throw from Dallas Cornelius, and he gets Callum Bichel.
Good gun there by Cornelius to fire that bullet down to second base. Tagging Bichel out at second base for the second out of the inning.
Yeah, replay just unavailable at the moment. Luciano Lafrano has jogged down to center field to make an adjustment to the center field camera. I can literally see Luciano jogging back, and it's like run, Forrest, run, Luciano, run.
Where's Juan Cruzero when you need him?
We needed Juan Cruzero here tonight. Juan, where are you? Indeed. Just off the outside corner.
Well, they got a chance. We'll do the blue of the umpires tonight. Thomas Leonhardt from Hamburg, Germany, out the plate. At first base is...
That was the last game. Leonhardt was on the plate the last game.
Oh, sorry. Okay, well, I'll have to figure out who that. They sent me the wrong sheet then.
I got it here, Joe. I'll dig it up for you. This game, it's Abel Chapa.
Oh, that's, yep. Thank you. Abel Chapa from Escobedo, Mexico. On the plate, first base is George LeMaitre from Hamilton, Ontario, and Trevor Topping. I just had the plate guy wrong. Clerical error by Joe Todd. Give me an E.
Ty Sebastian is aboard here with 2 out, and that brings up Leger Pinto for the Express. You're back? You okay? Yeah? You're out of breath? Pinto's been an RBI machine all summer long for Bear Creek. Every tournament they've been in, games that they're winning, he's a big contributor. Cuts after the rise ball, though, from Devin McCullough.
Two balls, one strike to Pinto. 2 down. Ty Sebastian at first base.
This one is way up in the air, over near the first base dugout, and clanks off the roof. Colin Walsh over there to give it a look. And that's going to make the slow roll off the back of the dugout. There's a good look at Luigi Pinto, and you see the big crowd that we've got here tonight, Joe. This is the biggest crowd of the week so far tonight. They're here for these winners bracket quarterfinals. This is the second of 4. Tomorrow night we'll have 2 more, the Gremlins and the Batmen, and the Drillers and Ostrander, the host team here from Minnesota. Those are going to be 2 excellent ball games. We had a real good one with Hill United. Despite the score, it was 7-0 was the score. Kegel Black Knights left 10 runners on base.
Yeah.
They had their chances in that game.
You just can't leave those runners there. That RISP stat, runners in scoring position, is very important.
Called a strike on the inside corner. Leger Pinto caught looking to end the top of the first. Some good defense by JDT as they got Bichel stealing, and some good pitching from Devin McCullough. We'll go to the home half. JDT coming to the plate. Called strike 3, the outside corner. They weren't out of that.
Yeah.
High in the air, Villavazo comes to get it, and the Chiefs are back to the top of the mountain. The gloves fly. The celebration is underway. Back here for the bottom of the first inning. We'll set the JDT batting order for you. Jordan Pomeroy is going to lead things off. He'll be followed by Braden Descharme, Scott Patterson, as you see it come up here, Colin Walsh, Jonathan Lynch, Justin Laskowski, Travis Jones, who had a big home run yesterday in JDT's win, Dallas Kipfer, and Dallas Cornelius, a pair of Dallases at the bottom of the order for JDT First Energy. Defensively for the Bear Creek Express, Yusuf Davis, Yusuke Morita, Callum Bisho left to right across the outfield. Jack Burt is at third base. David Galino, Cody Panabecker, Ty Bartarillo at first. And it is Ty Sebastian, to nobody's surprise, pitching to Luigi Pinto. We're joined by a special guest now because we've got an announcement that a lot of you have been waiting for here this week. Greg Leather is joining us from the Bear Creek Sports and Entertainment Organization. And Greg, the announcement we're making is that the 2027 ISC World Tournament has been awarded to the Bear Creek Sports and Entertainment Organization. Congratulations on that. That was decided a little earlier this afternoon at the ISC Board of Directors meeting. We've already talked about the Hall of Fame announcement, and now we're giving you a sneak preview. The actual press release isn't going to go out tomorrow, but Greg, you guys have got to be happy about this brand new complex just built this year.
Yeah, absolutely. The Bear Creek Sports and Entertainment has obviously stepped up to sponsor 3 major teams, ranked in the top 5 this year, and they have a brand new ballpark. They're excited to show off to the softball world, and going to make a lot of improvements there. And you'll get to get up there hopefully sometime after this event and help them what they need to host the ISC, but they want to make it a top flight, organization and top flight event.
Well, it's certainly been a step up this year, going from the Express, adding the JDT team, bringing aboard the Gremlins organization, and all the success that this team, your team, has had over the years. What's impressed you the most about the Bear Creek group?
Well, to be honest, just selfishly, I used to have to do a lot myself, and now I have, Chico's behind us, and Chico takes care of a lot, and I get to kind of show up and just manage now, and it's been a dream. The players have been treated excellent. It's been an interesting season with the WBSC in the middle of it, so it's definitely been a little different, but I think everybody's really looking forward to next year and having a full season together with the organization, and then building on that in Kitchener next year, and 2027 hosting is going to be something new for me, and everybody's looking forward to it.
It is something new for you guys. You've always been on the traveling end, and most of us are on the traveling end, but that's got to be exciting for you guys. Going to be one of the co-hosts.
Yeah. There's 3 teams, so who knows? We could only have 2 co-hosts, right? But it is going to be exciting, and to have the players living up there, probably training, maybe even starting some leagues during the week and doing some clinics, and they have a lot of they have a lot of plans to build on this facility and help the game itself and help it grow. It's not just about the 3 big teams. They also have a Masters team, so it's about promoting the game. They really love the game and they want to promote it, and they have a lot of interesting ideas.
I really love what you just said there about the idea of a clinic, as Jordan Pomeroy thought he had worked a walk and pitched the bat over to the dugout and had to go get it back from Scott Patterson, or rather Braden Ducharme, who's on deck. And that's not going to earn you too many favors with your home plate umpire either, but we'll see how the next pitch goes. The idea, I think, of maybe getting youngsters involved, youth clinics, younger ball players, that's something that would be really exciting to see.
Absolutely. That's something that's been talked about, that they'd like the idea of especially the international players, staying up nearby, working with lower level teams, having some of the pitchers go on lower level teams. A lot of ideas we're starting to throw around to have some teams play each other in leagues and clinics and work with kids up there. So there's a lot of ideas, and the complex gives, and now hosting, it's going to build some excitement in the community up there, and having it back to back in Kitchener and then moving over, about an hour or so away, it's going to be a real boon for Ontario and you as the commissioner.
Yeah, I'm really looking forward to that back-to-back events in Canada East. The complex is near Melbourne, Ontario. The Chippewa-of-the-Thames First Nation is the home of the Bear Creek Sports and Entertainment Complex. It is the hotels, I guess, are going to be in London, about 20 minutes away. Correct. And there's plenty of hotels in London, Ontario, a major city, of course, so be lots of places for teams to stay. secondary facility is going to be Glencoe. There were some games played there, and of course, your colleague Paul McCart, Chico, is very familiar with the Glencoe facility too.
Yeah, we had to move some games over there when we had the Bear Creek tournament this year, and the lights were excellent there. It was just like, I mean, honestly, coming from New York, all the Ontario facilities are pretty nice, and it's a typical Ontario, small town.
Back-to-back
diamonds with good lights, and from what I understand from talking to Paul, the people who run it there have run a lot of big events, rodeos and things like that, so they're very familiar with hosting a lot of people.
Yeah, we'll be looking forward to bringing the big show to that part of the province. We've mostly been pretty much central Western Ontario, Kitchener, several years, multiple times as host, and now looking forward to the opportunity to get down to this brand new Bear Creek Sports and Entertainment facility. Tell me about the new diamonds themselves. There are bleachers there and some of the other facilities.
Yeah, right now it's two fields. When we were there, just look a lot like this with the high college style, no metal fences, beautiful dugouts, large dugouts, totally enclosed, nice bleacher setup in the background, padded backstops, and this net type instead of the hard metal finishes. Really beautiful. When you just walked in, we were awed. I mean, they were paving the parking lot as we walked in, but you could see nothing has been spared. They've spared no expense on building a beautiful facility there, and we have 2 years that they're going to continue to make improvements, and they're going to rely on people like you in the ISC getting there and telling them what they need and what they need to make this top flight event, because that's their goal.
Bear Creek Sports and Entertainment is where you can find a great picture of the diamond on their Facebook page, and certainly more about the folks at Bear Creek Sports and Entertainment. This is really exciting because it gives us yet another option for the ISC World Tournament as we're looking at, can we build out a rotation of hosts? And I think that this is just fabulous, partly because it also takes some pressure off the folks in Kitchener to be the only ones in Ontario, which, as we all know, is a real hotbed for the game.
Absolutely, and it's not just the ISC. I believe they're looking to bid on Canadians and native nationals and things like that. They want to promote the game in all aspects of it.
Yeah, and that's a big event too, and of course that's going to start this weekend, the Canadian Native National Championship, and that would be a natural fit for Bear Creek too. What else should we be thinking about over the next couple of years? I mean, this gives you guys time to plan for the next 2 years too.
Yeah, it's just every time I think I'm out, they pull me back in, huh? So I'm starting to retire a little too much, but no, I gave the Bear Creek organization at least a 3-year commitment, so I'll definitely follow through to that, and I'm excited to be involved. As far as our team, we're pretty happy with our team. I don't see too many big changes coming. We have a couple injuries this weekend, and it's a short season, so those are battles that you have to overcome.
This one's laced out to left field by Scott Patterson, who continues to hit the ball well here for the JDT squad. What's when you guys play the Express, when you play JDT, do you feel a little more rivalry now that you're all part of the family?
We're totally independent. And the way it was explained to me from the beginning, it's like a parent who has 3 children. Going to treat them all the same. Nobody's getting any preferential treatment. So it's, JDT's a new team and a very good team. But, we've obviously familiar with playing the Bear Creek Express. We played them a lot and had a lot of good battles with them. They probably had more success against us than anybody in the past few years, to be honest with you. So, yeah, I think there was already a rivalry there. And, of course, you always want to win every time you take the field, and I'm sure they feel the same way.
Inside from Ty Sebastian. So no extra incentive on the line for who finishes at the top of the table here amongst the 3 Bear Creek teams? We're just looking for a little dirt here.
Listen, I'll be honest with you. Listen, when we lose to whoever it is, I don't expect to lose. I know you get to that point where you just don't expect to lose. And whoever you lose to doesn't make it any easier. So whether it's them or Hill United or JDT, or the Express or anybody else, Toronto Batman tomorrow, we do not want to lose, but, you do let's be honest, you can't win all the time, and losing makes winning even sweeter. So you don't plan it, but I don't know if there's anything extra. I can only speak for myself. I can't speak for them, but maybe there is from their point of view because we were brought in a little late, right? And but we were just, our situation was with our sponsor. Who's been a long-time sponsor, was also put in the Hall of Fame today.
Yeah, you're going exactly where I want to go,
he was our long-time sponsor, and Bruce is battling an illness right now that we're pretty confident he's going to be able to beat. But he and I alone have been together for over 20 years, and he'd been sponsoring teams in some form or another since 1970. And, it just got to the point he was starting to turn the business over to the younger family members who their passion is not softball the way it was his, and the timing just happened to be right, and it was an off-the-hand call from Larry Lynch, and we started talking, and one thing led to another, and, it really worked out well for everybody, I think. They're pretty happy right now, and I know we're happy.
Yeah, and Kitchener is a relatively easy drive, I would think, from Clifton Park.
Absolutely. 6 hours away, but from what Reese Casely got Bruce on the phone today, and I think he's planning on flying. So I think you have a regional airport in
There
Kitchener,
is a regional airport just outside of Kitchener,
yeah. He has a jet in Schenectady, so.
Well, there you go. Well, that'll be great to see for Bruce, getting the recognition that he is certainly due, as you said, sponsoring teams all the way back to the 1970s, the Heflin Gremlins.
Yeah, he was involved with Tom McAvoy and Heflin.
Yeah, the Broken Bow Gremlins with Doc Simmons.
That's correct.
And then the Chicago, New York team, which was around just for a year before you put together what were the Knights at the time and morphed into the Gremlins a season later.
Yeah, yes, absolutely. So, and then Bruce and I go back to even the modified days. We had that's how we met, was through modified, and when modified died out, we came over to Fastpitch and never looked back and never regretted it.
Well, it's certainly been a successful run for you guys. I hadn't really realized this stat, but 14 consecutive championship Saturday appearances going all the way back now to 2007.
Yeah, I think we broke the record. I think Dean Oscar mentioned it once. I think the Farm was the next one at 9, or they were like 11 out of 12, but I think it was 9 straight. So, we probably took that one a while ago, and it was probably nothing to brag about until we finally got a couple of wins under the belt.
That's true.
But
we were
always
a
the
long time
bridesmaid,
coming.
And then once you get the couple of the wins, then you can say, okay, that was pretty good, getting there that final day all those days.
Yeah. With the bases loaded here after the single by Scott Patterson, Colin Walsh works a walk, and Jonathan Lynch, who has had an outstanding season here for JDT. This guy puts on your USA uniform. He turns into Superman.
Yeah, he's an amazing player. He's one of those guys that you don't know how to scout him, because he's like Vladimir Guerrero, where he hits it off his shoe tops, he hits it over his head. I always tell guys, throw it right down the middle.
Well, Ty Sebastian just came in with one right there, and he swung through it.
I mean, we would talk about hitting, and guys would be preaching, and he would try to lead in when I was the USA coach, and I go, Lynchy, I don't know what you do, but it works. Just get out of this conversation, because none of this applies to you. But he is a fantastic player. He really is, and he's a good kid.
Yeah, he's one of the nicest guys in a game full of nice guys. It's always, hello, sir, how are you, sir?
Yes, it is. Farm takes exception to the sir.
This one is skied. He hit the bottom of it out to the left. Yusuf Davis will come in on the run, and a real strong throw to the plate to Luigi Pinto. So just not deep enough off the bat of Lynch. Justin Laskowski will step up. If you're just joining us here, we're in the bottom of the first inning. JDT, Bear Creek Express, JDT have got the bases loaded. We're joined by Greg Leather of the Bear Creek Gremlins, and we're announcing here, we're breaking news here on Softball Premier TV and the ISC Network that the 2027 ISC World Tournament awarded to the Bear Creek Sports and Entertainment Organization will be hosted at their new facility, Chippewa-of-the-Thames First Nation, in 2027. About 20 minutes southwest of London, Ontario, near Melbourne. For those who are Ontario who know the area, we'll be using secondary diamonds at Glencoe, but staying in Ontario for 2 straight years. The ISC World Tournament, 2026 in Kitchener, 2027 in Bear Creek territory. That one fouled straight back to the screen. So, Greg, just last question on this one then. As we go forward, how do we do this in terms of the ISC? I guess we're going to have to start bringing some people down to the Bear Creek facility and having conversations with you and Larry and Paul and Chico, and really digging in.
Yeah, I mean, we're obviously going to need the experience from people who've done it before. People from the ISC who can come in and say this is what we need and this is how we need it done. And I just know that there's a lot of excitement from the group and to meet the needs of this and to make this a top flight tournament. That's the goal. And I have mentioned to you, hopefully after maybe during the Canadians or something, getting over there and checking out the facilities and trying to find a place to have a press box, and obviously you need one. So
yeah, that'll be something that we'll all work on, but there'll be plenty of things that we'll all talk about in the coming days and weeks. And I'll tell you right now, it won't be during the Canadians, won't be in the country, but we will absolutely get together and do that. And I know you guys are excited about it. We're excited about it as well, because I think just from the looks of that facility and knowing the enthusiasm that the people involved are going to bring to it, it's going to be a top-notch event.
Absolutely. Very confident in that.
All right. Greg Leather, thanks for stepping in and helping us break some news here on Softball Premier and the ISC Network tonight. Laskowski calls time and just wants to get reset. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 out. Bases loaded here for JDT. A big moment already early in this one. Ty Sebastian, a lot of pitches here, and he's going to run the count full, and going to be no place to put Justin Laskowski. Sebastian has got to find the zone here. He has struggled a little bit to be consistently in the strike zone. Long look in for the signals from Pinto. Sebastian now to the hip. Swing and a miss on the rise ball. Sebastian works into and out of trouble here in the bottom of the first inning. Scoreless through 1, but had to work for it.
Catcher, inch by inch, we'll fight to make the lives of First Nations people in this community, this province, and on this continent better. I know we have a long way to go, but I'm proud to say as long as our people have a need, Dreamcatcher will be there for them.
So, Joe Todd, some exciting news about the Bear Creek Sports and Entertainment Organization winning the rights to host the 2027 ISC World Tournament.
Yes, excellent news. Actually, right in my backyard, really.
You might even be able to stay at home.
It's probably 45 minutes from my place.
Well, okay, we'll let you stay at a hotel.
Okay, thank you.
Jack Burt grounds out to Dallas Kipfer over at second base.
Blair, when I was standing up, I hope the crowd mic is picking up the buzz, because there's a lot of good buzz here tonight. Great atmosphere tonight. Probably the biggest crowd we've had all week now.
Oh, without a doubt, the biggest crowd we've had here this week. And the Legends guys have got here. They are helping to populate the crowd. Hill United Chiefs have stuck around, and I see Marco Diaz wandering amongst the folks. And this is the great thing about our game, Joe, is Marco Diaz, one of the 2 best pitchers in the world, he's just casually standing watching the game right with the crowd.
Just another fan of the game.
Yeah, you don't see Connor McDavid or Austin Matthews just standing with the crowd watching a hockey game casually. Jack Besgrove was wandering around here with his girlfriend the other day. Nobody bothered him. Other than me. I said hi, but I mean, nobody, like, I know Adam Folkert had constantly players wanted to take pictures and you know, and I'm sure Jack gets that, and he's just as accommodating. And Andrew Kirkpatrick, of course, being so tall, always attracted attention because you knew instantly that it was Andrew Kirkpatrick.
His height stands out in the crowd.
Just a bit. Got to say hi to Andrew the other night. He's here with the Bear Creek Gremlins. David Golino cuts at that one but can't catch up. A real efficient top of the first for Devin McCullough. And a cut again by Golino. Boy, he doesn't get cheated, does he?
No. Big hard rip.
If you're just joining us for the first time today, this is the second of the 4 quarterfinals. Hill United were 7-0 winners over Fargo, Kegel Black Knights, but that was not a 7-0 ball game.
No.
The difference in that one was Hill United took advantage of every single opportunity presented to them, while the Knights stranded 10 base runners during the game. Marco Diaz, 6 hits, 4 walks, but 12 strikeouts. He was able to get the punch out when he needed it, and that was the difference in that ball game. But it was certainly much more competitive than what that 7-0 score would indicate. And 2 of those runs came at the end in the top of the 7th.
Eagle has to take advantage of some of those opportunities that just did not.
And that one looked like it got a piece of David Golino on the hand. He's pulling on the batting glove. He'll make his way out towards first base. See it here. Looks like it got him on the backhand. I think it got him on
the arm pad?
On his left hand.
Oh, okay.
No, it's the right that he's shaking out. I don't know, his Devo came across in front of the camera angle and we were obscured a little bit, but unless Golino aboard the hard way with the hit by pitch, and here it is again. Yeah, maybe it catches him on that right hand, the bottom hand, as a left-handed batter. Just hard to see through Devo fading across in front. And that's in for a strike. And again, called a strike, this one on the inside corner. Ty Bartarillo is thinking, well, you can have one. You can get the outside corner or the inside, but how about you let me have one of them? But he's down in a hole 0-2. Right on the inside corner. fouls this one straight back to the screen. No waste pitch there from Devin McCullough. He just went right after him.
Good rise ball there by McCullough. Maybe got a little bit too much of that plate.
Well, you listen to Devin McCullough when he does the podcast. He did one with Randy Frame and Chris Hopewell on Outside the Chute in the last little while. And he comes at you 0-2. He's not much for fooling around with waste pitches. The rise ball again, and that's punched out of play by Bartarillo. Ty's been coming to North America, Joe, I want to say since at least 2012, and maybe even earlier. But I can remember 2012 in Midland, Ty with the Travelers team? Jarvis Travelers, maybe,
Travelers?
back in the day? Yeah.
Yeah.
Had a notion to go after that one downstairs, but is able to hold back. Always been one of the premier hitters in the game. Line shots, and they ask, and no, he didn't go around. You know, gap to gap. He can take the ball out of the park, but I think his game really is more line shots to the fence and the gap.
Yeah.
There's the changeup from McCullough. Just misses.
Change up in that situation's got to be thrown for a strike. You got to catch a corner of that plate. Now you worked yourself into a full count. You got to come at the batter now.
I don't think he missed by much, that's for sure. Comes right after him here and gets the call in the outside corner. Sets down Bartarillo looking. His third strikeout of the game. Second looking. Now take us to Cody Pannebecker in the 8th spot in the order. This Express team, as we've talked about over the course of the summer, completely remade from last year. There's not a single guy on the field that was with this team last year.
Well, sometimes you need a fresh start.
The interesting thing is, Joe, some of them that were with the team are now wearing white on the field. Colin Walsh moved from the Express to JDT. Jordan Pomeroy moved over. Dallas Cornelius was the Express last year as well. Kept the hands back on the changeup, did Pannebecker, but that's foul down the right side. One ball, 2 strikes. And called strike 3, Pannebecker. Can't get the bat off the shoulder. Devin McCullough is getting them with that low pitch, Joe. Maybe that's a low rise that he's coming in with. Right now, it's grabbing the corner of the strike zone. Let's see it here on the replay. Yeah, maybe a low rise right at the knees. Pannebecker caught looking.
Great
4 on the evening. Sorry.
Great spot for that pitch, though. Great spot. Really, batter's not going to have too much to do with that.
Let's talk about a local one-stop shop. Live Well for Life is just that. A fitness, nutrition, and therapy facility all under one roof. Located at 3878 Wellington Street in Mitchell, Ontario, you can get so much done in just one visit. A full complement of staff on hand include chiropractic, massage, and personal training to get you back to your healthy self. Find them on the web at livewellforlifeinc.com or give
Live Well for Life, a proud sponsor of the broadcast program.
JDT squandered a bases-loaded opportunity, Joe, in the bottom of the first while we were chatting with Greg Leather.
Ty Sebastian threw a lot of pitches in that game, or that inning, sorry. Of the 6 batters he faced, 3 went to a full count.
Just waiting for Game Changer to catch up. Sebastian, 29 pitches in the first. Now, that's a little less important tonight because both of these teams will get tomorrow off. We'll go to the bottom side of the bracket tomorrow for the third and the fourth of the quarterfinal games. Gremlins and Batmen, and Drillers and Norsemen.
Both good matchups. Looking forward to that.
Yeah, Roman Godoy was firing bullets last night in the Ostranders Sandlot game. Travis Jones had a big home run for JDT in their win yesterday. He and Sebastian, both former teammates on the Toronto Batman squad, and that was called a strike on the swing, I think. It's a couple times now that guys have thought that they've worked a walk. Well, brought the bat a ways around, but
stand there and let the umpire make the call.
He waited an extra beat to toss the bat this time. Travis Jones does indeed get the walk. Dallas Kipfer. I always enjoy talking to Dallas when we're at. Oh, Joe, there's your umpires. Abel Chappell, George LeMaitre, Trevor Topping. You mentioned that previously. 2 of the 3 from Ontario. George and Trevor seem like they're joined at the hip most days. They do a lot of league night games together. At least they used to. I think maybe they've parted a little bit as Kitchener is Trevor's home base. Kipfer can't bunt that one. George LeMaitre is out of Hamilton, and with the GHFL not having games in that corridor anymore, George, I think, does a lot of the Erie League stuff, water down games. Trevor does the KFL. Does he do any of the games in that Tri-County League at all?
Trevor?
Trevor.
Yes, he does. These two teams actually met in Oklahoma.
Twice, I believe.
Twice, and the very first time they met, Dallas Kipfer had a home run off of Ty Sebastian.
That misses out and away. Sebastian, Joe, he got the big strikeout at the end of the first, but again, just like the other day, he's struggling, I think, a little bit here to find the strike zone.
Well, the old story, if you want to get to a pitcher, get to him early.
This one called a strike on the inside corner. Down goes Dallas Kipfer. Then we'll go to Dallas Cornelius. I don't think I've ever had 2 Dallases in a game together, never mind back-to-back like that. Comes up empty on the drop. McCullough and Sebastian were members of Team Canada at the recent World Cup up in Prince Albert in Saskatchewan.
Are they both headed to China next week? I'm pretty sure Ty is, isn't he?
I believe the answer to that is yes.
Yeah. I think Ty Randerson is the other pitcher.
Randerson is going. I'm not sure that Schofield is. I believe Cleary is.
Oh,
Sean
okay.
Cleary, who is not here this week.
Mm-hmm.
And it's a shame that he's not. We miss having Sean here for a number of reasons. But the one thing I did hear, Joe, about the China lineup for Canada at least, that because of the length of time it's going to take to get, that one goes to the screen, and up to second scampers Travis Jones. Because of the length of time it takes to clear passports and whatnot to go to China, Quentin Bruce, they can't get him off that roster. So his season is done with that ruptured ankle. But they're going to go with a 14-man roster over there, so they're going to be a player short.
As long as it's the right 14, it might work out.
Well, it's going to be a tall task given the field.
Mm-hmm.
Swing and a miss by Cornelius. He's down on strikes, and we'll go back to the top of the shop. Bring back Jordan Pomeroy. Jordan worked a long at bat into a walk leading off the game. Good rise ball from Ty Sebastian and gets Cornelius to swing under it. Here you get a good look at the crowd that's here tonight.
Mm-hmm.
A panoramic shot.
Great shot by the Softball Premier TV crew.
And that's in for a strike. And that shot, Joe, maybe Luciano will go back to that shot one more time. That's essentially our view. We're maybe not quite that panoramic, given the way the human eye works, but that's essentially our viewpoint. You're seeing what we see with that shot. And time at the plate by Pomeroy. 47 pitches now, Joe. We're just in the bottom of the second.
It won't hurt you here. It might hurt you in the 6th or 7th.
And that misses down and away. Yeah, there you get a shot from center field. You see the mostly full bleachers here. And then we are under that white tent right at the corner. Off the corner. Sebastian's still working quickly, Joe. He almost always does. When he's at his best, he's firing in the rise ball mid-level and then the high-level rise ball up and out of the zone and getting guys to chase.
Full 3-1 here now. He's got to come to the batter.
And that's a good pitch to get him to swing over the top. Good drop ball.
Another full count.
But an even 50 for Ty Sebastian here, and a big, deep breath from number 8. Travis Jones out at second. A walk up to second on the wild pitch. And there's ball 4 to Pomeroy. His second walk in as many innings.
Good patience at the plate by Pomeroy.
Braden Ducharme, one of the two Ducharme brothers, Brennan the other. Both of them came up to JDT this year from Ostrander. Both these young men on that bronze medal winning USA squad at the World Cup. Didn't get a lot of playing time, Joe, but a great experience for both, and they'll be part of the future of that program. This one way up in right field. Coming on to make the catch is Callum Bichel for the third out of the inning. Ty Sebastian dodges a couple more here in two complete, still scoreless, JDT and Bear Creek Express.
Welcome to Mont Hill Golf and Country Club. With our beautiful 27-hole golf course open to the public, we work tirelessly to ensure your time with us is second to none. Well, here you'll be able to enjoy an incredible dining experience at our very own Big Pete's Steakhouse. Play some of the best courses in the world with our state-of-the-art golf simulators. Upgrade your gear with the top brands at our pro shop, or host a stunning wedding, event, or conference inside one of our beautiful ballrooms. Learn all this and more at monthill.ca. We can't wait to see you soon.
One day, Joe, I'm going to make the drive over to Caledonia and play 18 at Mont Hill. I'll come back with a report.
Okay. You probably stop for a steak too, I bet.
I bet I might.
Well, you better.
Yes, at Big Pete's.
Probably just a trip around the lake then, wouldn't it, for you? The other side? You kind of have to go around
No,
to get to Caledonia?
I would go right down the 407 and out the 403 past Ancaster.
Way. Yeah.
Yusuf Davis to lead things off, swing and a miss at the rise ball. We might be able to put that on a loop, Joe. Swing and a miss at the rise ball.
Swing and a miss is pitcher's favorite words.
Same pitch, same result. Maybe just a little harder from Devin McCullough. And a little higher, a little harder. As he goes rise ball, rise ball, rise ball right after Yusuf Davis and can't catch up to any of them. Down on strikes, the 9-batter for the Bear Creek Express. McCullough just at 41 pitches now. It's a little bit more economical than Sebastian has been able to be. Bichel now with his second look at McCullough. Shows bunt, but pulls it back as that one is out of the zone. And comes right back with the country hardball, rise ball right down the heart of Main Street. And Bichel swings through.
Here's the ball. I want to challenge you. Hit it.
Schofield, Cleary, Randerson, and Sebastian are all the pitchers going to China. I want to say hi to Mike Brancho and thank you for that info. That's a pretty good foursome to be taking over to China. They'll be looking for a little bit better results than the World Cup, but the parity amongst that top eight rather, that were at the World Cup, and it's a slightly different group of 8 that will be in the World Games. Bichel chases up and out of the zone.
It's just going to be awfully hard to watch it.
Well, and I don't know what the streaming is going to be. Well, they're basically,
right?
China's basically 12 hours ahead. So if it's 4 in the afternoon game there, it's going to be 4 in the morning where you and I are in Ontario. Bichel down on strikes. 6 of the evening now for Devin McCullough. Yusuke Morita, who one of those strikeout victims back in the first. Perhaps the most unique batting stance, and maybe the most recognizable too, Joe, with Yusuke Morita. Of course, you could always tell when Patty Shannon of the last generation of players came to the plate. He would step in on that left side like he was going to be batting regularly, but then would just wheel around and basically broad face the pitcher.
Yeah.
Fouled right back to the screen off the bat of Marina. Boy, you're in that front row, Joe. You're practically on the field, aren't you?
Yes. Very close. One ball, 2 strikes to Morita.
This one punched out to center. Out near the fence, but not near the track, is Scott Patterson for the final out of the inning. A 1-2-3 inning for Devin McCullough and JDT. We're going to go to the home half of the third. JDT First Energy coming back up.
This business was opened in 1965 by my father, Ned Matiosi. Could have walked in here 25, 30 years ago and seen just about the same thing. The process of making this suit takes about 6 weeks. It goes through about 12 or 13 hands as it's moved along the line. It's an old-time place. Making stuff from scratch here in the city at a reasonable cost. It's a very personal type of business.
Joe, just keeping an eye on the weather radar, and unbelievably, we may be getting some more rain here this evening still. Nothing like what we've had the past couple of nights, where it's just been absolutely torrential downpours for over an hour. I don't think that's anything like what we might be looking at here, but we'll keep an eye on things, and we'll keep you, the audience, up to date.
If anything, we know how well these diamonds drain. They were a lot of rain and moisture hit this 4 complex in the last 2 days.
Yeah, we've been playing first thing in the morning again without any delays in the morning. But I'll be quite frank, I'm less concerned about the diamonds and more concerned about the broadcast equipment.
Yes.
I know what the diamonds can do.
Yeah.
Electronics and water are kind of like the hunt for Red October.
Yeah.
You know, things don't react well here to bullets, Ryan. off the corner. Patterson singled in the first, got as far as second base as JDT would load the bases. Couldn't cash. Still lots of buzz around the park, isn't there, Joe?
Yes. It's great, though. I love that.
Oh, I think it's fantastic.
Yeah.
This is the true World Tournament atmosphere here tonight. We've really kind of been lacking that the last couple of nights. Luigi Pinto here. He's getting some work done on the glove, Joe, or his throwing hand. He's got that right forearm taped up pretty heavily. And he's going to make his way back to the dugout for something.
Glove? Is he flipping gloves?
Well, I don't see anybody digging in his bag for one. Maybe it is. He's rooting around in the dugout for something anyway. Sebastian's doing some warm-up tosses to Pannebecker. Well, here he comes back out. Yeah, that's a different glove for sure. It was not multicolored like this one is.
Yep.
Have a quick chat with somebody in the stands. And whoever that person is, he immediately got up and was going to go run an errand for Luigi.
Go get my other glove, or I need a repair kit.
Yeah. Well, it's nice to have people at your beck and call like that. 3-1 to Scott Patterson. Luigi Pinto back with a new receiving mitt. Right back up the middle. Patterson 2 for 2 on the evening. Colin Walsh walked back in the first. And that was a long at bat too, Joe. I know you were tracking pitches while we were talking to Greg Leather. Walsh turns squares, gets out of the way, and this one Pinto couldn't find the handle, and they do the job for Colin Walsh. They let Patterson scoot up to second base.
Well, JDT have left 5 runners on base so far in the first 2 innings. They've got to start taking advantage of these situations.
That pitch looked like it was going to be right down the middle from Sebastian, and Walsh just let it sail by. Maybe he doesn't really want to bunt, Joe. Did you get that sense? Jamie Simpson, skipper for JDT, down in that third base coach's box. Mike Taylor is over in the first base box, and great to see Mike back at the ballpark. Yes. It's been too long since we saw Mike Taylor in uniform. Up and away from Sebastian. That's where Pinto wanted it, but Walsh not chasing that. Larry Lynch, the other coach for JDT. Fouled straight back to the screen and right back down. Larry did a fabulous job on Sunday as the MC of the ISC Hall of Fame breakfast. Job he's had
Again? Yeah.
for a couple of years now, and just does a tremendous job with it. In addition to the Bear Creek announcement, we also had 6 nominees for induction into the 2026 ISC Hall of Fame ceremony. Jeff Ellsworth, now the head coach of the Hill United Chiefs, but a tremendous player in his day. Ian Fairman, and Joe, was there a better big game shortstop than Ian Fairman in the last 20 years?
Came through with a lot of clutch hits.
Clutch hits, but just phenomenal defense from Ian Fairman as well. 6 times All-World, every one of them first team All-World.
Very reliable.
Chop foul and can't find the handle, Luigi Pinto. And Lucas Mata, 5 consecutive years from 2003 through 2007, had his teams in the ISC World Tournament Championship game. 6 times All-World, was the most outstanding pitcher in 2012 with Pennsylvania Power that year. The prototypical dominant power pitcher, Lucas Mata. And really, Joe, one of the trailblazers from Argentina, and there's 37 players from Argentina here this week. They all better be at the Hall of Fame breakfast next year to celebrate with Lucas Mata.
Yes, that would be great.
Because they all owe a debt to him as a trailblazer.
Lucas Mata, the older brother of Hemu Mata.
That's right, yeah. So Jonathan Lynch. Jonathan came up with the bases loaded in the first and flew out to left. Just 2 runners aboard this time. Already, Joe, the 6th and 7th base runners of the night for JDT. Lynch turns, drops down a bunt, and it ricochets. I'm not sure if it hit Lynch or what. I want to see the replay of him going down to first again. Did it hit Lynch?
Yes.
It must have.
Yes, the way it bounced.
Pinto pops out to field this, does a great job getting to it, and it hits Lynch on the arm on the backswing. So JDT take the lead on a bit of a fluke play. Give credit to Bichel for backing up the play and jumping on it and getting in early and holding JDT to just a single run coming around. So a throwing error, Joe.
Yes.
That's going to come back out of play. And adeptly handled by Brian Aratus, our communications specialist. He got that on one hop.
Good hands.
Wow. Good for him. It's a good thing he didn't drop it. He'd have had to buy the first round.
Yeah.
There's some action down in the bullpen. Not sure if Carroll can get a shot of the Express bullpen and tell you who is throwing down in the bullpen. This one is lifted way up in the air again, Joe. Carroll's moving out of the way, so this one's somewhat close, just off to our left. We're going to guess, Joe, it's probably Michael Holobratic. He's listed as the flex player tonight, the Express dropping down to 9 with Sebastian as the designated player.
Sebastian with 67 pitches so far in the 3 innings of work.
Pinto thought they had the strikeout there on Justin Laskowski. So JDT jumping out to this 1-0 lead and counting here at the bottom of the first. Well, they got the glove fixed as special delivery by Ryan Janes. One ball, 2 strikes to Laskowski. Lace through the drawn-in infield. Walsh comes in, getting the wave around, but DOA at the plate on a good throw in from Yusuf Davis. Jonathan Lynch cut down at the plate.
Two good throws to home plate by Yusuf Davis tonight.
So Laskowski, give him an RBI, and he goes up to second on the play. Travis Jones, a hard-earned walk, leading off the second. .70 pitches, Joe.
Yeah.
Here just in the third. Strike on the outside corner. A good pitch from Sebastian there.
You got to hit those spots now. You got to be finding every small corner you can. You got to shut the door here. JDT crossing the plate twice this inning now. Just the one out, so that was a big out at the whole plate, too.
Yeah, they haven't been able to hold JDT down at all this game. Bases loaded in the first, 2 aboard in the second, 2 runs across, and still a runner in scoring position with just the one down here in the third. Got him looking on the inside corner. So Dallas Kipfer will step into the plate. Dallas has the Softball Instruction Academy, Joe, back in Kitchener. So you can literally say the game is his life.
Yes, yeah. Full-time position. I think he's one of the assistant coaches at one of the community colleges in the Kitchener area as well.
Sebastian has definitely slowed the pace from what we're used to seeing from Ty.
Ty and the umpire haven't been in too much of agreement tonight.
Wow. I don't think he's got much to complain about, to be honest. He hasn't been around the plate consistently enough to be getting the borderline call.
Yeah. 3-0. Green light.
No, he's not around the plate enough. You could miss out on a walk if you're going away whaling. I mean, that one's right down the middle, but that could have just as easily been a drop down and out. So 3-1. Now you're looking for something in a zone. Went after it.
Yeah. Nice drop ball there. Wasn't anywhere close to that. I bet she comes back with that.
Yeah, you mentioned the home run that Kipfer had, a big 3-run shot off of Ty at the USA National in the men's major last weekend. And that one called strike 3 on the outside corner. Kipfer caught looking for the second time tonight. JDT push across 2 here in the third. We'll go to the fourth. Bear Creek Express now with some work to do.
Do you need a reliable supply of products to run your business? Are you tired of having to deal with multiple suppliers to get everything you need? Absolute Business Supply is your dedicated, full-service business supply partner offering over 400,000 products and unmatched customer service. At ABS, we aren't just selling products. We offer a commitment to building meaningful relationships with our customers, getting to know your business goals so we can provide the best possible solutions for your needs. Find us on the web at absolutebusinesssupply.ca and let us get it for you.
Okay. Well, Ty Sebastian, no rest for the weary, Joe. He's got to come right out to the plate to right around 70-plus pitches through 3 innings. That's a lot of pitches in 3 innings. We'll see if Ty's swinging angry, Joe, because he was pretty upset the other day, and he launched one into the volleyball court past the trees.
Well, they got to get themselves back in this game real quick.
Strike on the outside corner. That drew the ire of the Bear Creek bench. Well, you called it, Joe. Dallas coaches Conestoga College. Thanks, Trevor Botting. And Kyle Smith for the reminder on the 3-run home run versus the Kipfer had at ASA. Chases upstairs. Sebastian down on strikes. Joe, we were talking about the Hall of Fame nominees for 2026. Jeff Borer was the manager of the Seattle Seafirst team. Seattle Pay and Pack, of course, legendary teams in the 80s. Morphed into Seattle Seafirst with a new sponsor, Seafirst Bank. Major Pinto with a big cut. Good thing he had those Venezuela-style shoes done up there. He would have come out of them. Love that little flair that a lot of the Latin American players have. Seafirst won the ISC World Tournament in 1990. They interrupted that run of championships by the Pencor NHCD squad from Sioux City. Former ISC President Dean Oscar will be going into the Hall of Fame in the administrator category. And I worked very closely with Dean, especially the last 5-6 years when he was president. And I tell you, Joe, just a quiet leader. You know Dean very well, too. And did a lot for this organization behind the scenes that a lot of people don't know about, and specialized in putting out fires.
First class and very professional.
Absolutely. And then the longtime Gremlin sponsor, Bruce Tansky. Talked a little bit about that with Greg Leather. Big cut by Pinto. And that's 2 in a row from Devin McCullough, and 4 of the last 5, and 6 of the last 7 by way of strikeout for Devin McCullough. But Bruce Tansky, the Gremlins sponsor, that's where that name originates from, the Heflin Gremlins, Broken Bow Gremlins, Chicago, New York. And then since 2007, they were the New York Knights that first season in ISC 2, going all the way back to our ISC 2 days. But then they became the New York Gremlins the following year. And what a run that franchise has had here in the ISC. 14 straight appearances on Championship Saturday. 3 ISC World Tournament championships, 5 second place finishes. Jack Burt can't catch up to the rise ball. McCullough has put on a performance here tonight.
He's got
so
everything
far.
rolling. He is right around the plate.
He's around the plate, but he's got a lot of swing and misses tonight. .63 pitches for Devin. Now, you're going to get that when you're ringing up a high strikeout total. The Express put guys on in the first and the second, but he was clean in the third and looking to have a clean fourth. And he'll get it. Strikes out the side here in the 4th inning. Devin McCullough is on a roll for JDT First Energy.
Peligro Sports provides the essentials needed to give your team an edge on the field. Our brand is rooted in creating a unique experience tailored to the specific needs of your team to ensure your performance is at the best level to execute plays. At Peligro Sports, we rally behind our athletes and understand their fight to take their game to a dangerous level. Visit our store at 2200 Amsterdam Avenue in New York City or see us online at peligrosportsnyc.com. Thanks to Jose.
Dallas Cornelius leading things off here for JDT. Ty Sebastian back on the board, Joe, but the grunt from Ty Sebastian, a little bit more audible here.
Yeah.
We get into the mid-innings.
He's had a workout already.
This one up and into the 9 batter. The bullpen, Joe, is quiet for the moment. Paula Braddock back into the dugout.
Falling behind the count again, 3-0. Just that inability to throw a first pitch strike tonight.
Yeah, I was just going to say, he got a strike there, but behind on many batters here this evening. Cornelius chases at that drop ball off the plate. And down on strikes goes Dallas. Jordan Pomeroy at the top of the shop again here. Joe, the bottom, other than that walk to Travis Jones, the bottom is struggling here against Ty Sebastian. 3-4-5 is where the run production has come from. Pomeroy's been aboard twice, pair of walks.
Got stranded at third the first time through.
And that one is fouled back. Joe, that's going to get back over.
Way over.
Way over our side and over to the other diamond. You got your phone back.
Yes.
You all charged up?
Fully charged.
And in for strike 3. I'm not sure, Joe, if some of the JDT batters are just not expecting Ty to come right down kind of the heart of Main Street, and they're getting taken by surprise. But he's getting a lot of backwards Ks here. That's the 4th one he's got. We're just here in the 4th inning.
8 strikeouts for Sebastian. 4 of the 8 looking for swinging.
So Braden Descharmes shows a little bunt. Braden down on strikes in the first and then flew out to right in the second. chases after the drop ball in the dirt. Corners are back. Middle infield is back for the Express. Charm chases this one downstairs again. The drop effectively has become the best pitch here tonight for Sebastian. The rise ball, it's in and out of the effectiveness range. They wanted to go way up. You saw Pinto flash the glove up high. There's a good look at Braden Deschamps. Hot shot right through the wickets of David Galino. Bangs the dirt, sliding in safely. Great hustle by Braden Deschamps to take advantage of a rare error by David Galino.
And no hesitation by Ducharme rounding first base.
No, he turns on the jets here when he sees that get through.
Caught the inside portion of the bag as he makes his turn at first base. So important to cut those corners.
Can JDT take advantage of that 2-out error and push another run across? They got the right guy at the plate. Patterson already 2 for 2. Two years ago with Hill United, last year with Circle Tap. Coming back to Ontario this year. Patterson, a member of the Aussie Steelers World Cup team. Disappointing World Cup for the Steelers. Unable to defend their championship. Did not make the playoff round. Bobbled by Pinto, but not enough for Deschamps to make his way down to third.
So you don't want to take that chance.
No, you do not want to get thrown out at third with 2 out and your hottest hitter at the plate.
Choked up on that bat grip.
Sebastian takes a stroll to the back of the circle and beyond. Pace is definitely slowed down, Joe. Now back to the board. And long time getting the signal. Lifted out to short left. Davis in on the run to make the grab and retire JDT in the bottom of the 4th inning. That 2-out error goes for naught.
That's 100 pitches for Ty Sebastian.
Just through 4 innings.
catcher, inch by inch, we'll fight to make the lives of First Nations people in this community, this province, and on this continent better. I know we have a long way to go, but I'm proud to say as long as our people have a need, Dreamcatcher will be there for them.
Meteorologist Joe Todd says the rain now expected around 11 p.m.
Not very much, though.
But not very much. All right. It'll hold you to that.
Okay.
Devin McCullough has got quite the strikeout run going here, Joe. 7 out of the last 8. Call it 7 out of the last 9. And 8-9 on the game.
Only 2 base runners have touched base for Bear Creek. The single to Callum Bichel and the walk to David Galino. Oh, sorry, 2 walks. Ty snuck a walk in there.
Yeah, and Bichel got caught stealing in the first, so he was erased. Galino, I guess, Joe, and I misspoke earlier. Galino, one of the holdovers from last year, maybe the lone holdover from last year's team.
Mm-hmm.
Sebastian, of course, coming over from the Toronto Batmen. Galino was trying to do a little bat flip to get it from the shaft to the handle and back, and dropped it and kind of kicked the bat towards the dugout.
Got to practice that one.
Ty Bartarillo caught looking. McCullough wondering where that pitch was and didn't get a satisfactory answer. Dead ball. Home plate umpires got the hands up. He's calling dead ball. Now, did it hit the bat twice or did it go off his foot?
I think it went off his foot.
So here's, he chops at it. Yeah, it hits his foot right there. Great shot. Great job on the replay, Luciano and Carroll. That hit his foot in the box. Or was he ruled out of the box because he's being sent to the dugout? Galino is staying at second base while we have a conference. It clearly hit his foot.
Yeah.
I don't think he was out of the box.
I don't think so.
Well, he's out nonetheless.
Okay.
But shouldn't the runner go back to first then?
Yes.
I don't understand that call then.
He didn't. No.
And this one is popped up in the air. Laskowski takes charge. Galino just retreats back to second. And I'm still mystified how he didn't get set back to first if the runner was ruled to have made contact with the ball out of the box. If that was the ruling. If he was out for some other reason, I don't know what it was.
Unless they didn't see the ball off the foot and they threw him out at first base. Did they?
I don't think they made the play because he had the hands up the whole time.
Oh, that's right. Yeah. Good play.
What a great play over there by Dallas Kipfer to go get that ball, throw back across the body on the run. I think you hit the nail on the head, Joe. They ruled that it didn't hit him, and they threw him out at first for Barterillo.
Yeah.
How confident are you in your organization's security posture? If your answer isn't 100%, you're not alone. Most organizations aren't doing enough to protect their data, and they know it. With Armitage technology, you can stop worrying about IT security issues so you can focus on moving your business forward. Our experienced staff monitor and maintain your IT infrastructure to keep your business running. Visit us at armitagetech.com and make your technology work for your business.
JDT First Energy team here in the bottom of the 5th inning will be the first baseman, Colin Walsh. He'll be followed up by the right fielder, Jonathan Lynch.
Walsh, a pair of walks, scored the game's second run for JDT.
As I ended that previous inning, we had talked about Sebastian now at 100 pitches. Over the 4 innings, 25 pitches per inning. Usually from a coaching standpoint, you usually like to get around the 15, 16 mark.
There's just a hint of a breeze tonight, Joe. Normally there's been, well, during the day at least anyway, it's been blowing out to mostly straightaway center field. Earlier it was a bit right to left across the outfield, but that flag is pretty limp at the moment. Just a bit of a flutter right now, right to left, but it's been a real nice day here for ball after the oppressive heat that we had Saturday, Sunday, Monday. It was a bit of a relief today. It was only 27, 28 degrees Celsius. Sebastian looking for a K-Master that he likes. He gets one come in from the sidelines. Oh, 0-2 to Walsh. Good drop ball from Sebastian to get Colin Walsh, his Team Canada teammate. I've got 8 strikeouts for Ty. You in the same neighborhood?
I have 9.
You got 9. Yep. You are correct, sir. Jonathan Lynch has gone to left field both times. Fly out. Well, I take it back. There was an error on the catcher the second time. Yeah, you're right. Yeah.
Bear Creek need a good, clean 1-2-3 inning.
Thought Pinto was going to have to work again. So he's been up and down. And got the plate all clean. And Lynch hooks this one out to right field this time. Big turn and retreat back to first. A big clap of the hands. He just powers this one out to first base.
I almost think that he had a hurling stick in his bat.
Yeah.
Justin Liskowski now at the plate. Strikeout back in the first inning and a double. Back in the third. Had that double right up the middle. JDT would love to add some insurance runs to this total, that 2-run total.
Little slow roller. Lynch does well to avoid the charging Cody Pannebecker.
Good hustle by Laskowski getting down that line.
Previous game we had pretty obvious runner interference call at second base. Straight back to the screen on the back of Travis Jones. You can hear that ricochet through our home plate microphone.
Good rip.
And again, the ricochet as that mesh rubs across the length of the microphone.
Way up in the count, 2 strikes to Jones now. Ball missing on the outside corner of the plate.
How often do you think these two have had face-offs, Joe, over the years? Ty Sebastian, Travis Jones. I know they were teammates for a long time on the Batmen. Travis departed early for the Bear Creek Express. And ultimately, it's Ty who's ended up with the Express and Travis going over to JDT.
Both of them have been ISC Canada East Player of the Year award winners.
That's very true. I want to say 2019 for Travis and 23 for Sebastian.
Mm-hmm.
Throw down to first, and they get Travis Jones to end the inning and complete the strike zone. Another 2 strikeouts for Sebastian. Jonathan Lynch gets as far as second base, but is stranded there through 5 complete. 2-0 still for JDT.
A metal roof lasts a lifetime. Thousands trust Metal Roof Outlet to install stylish, stone-coated metal roofing that looks just like traditional shingles. Make a smart and worthwhile investment for your home with Metal Roof Outlet. Contact us through metalroofoutlet.com to get a quote for a roof replacement anywhere in Southern Ontario. Because when you trust Metal Roof Outlet with your roof replacement, it may be the last time you ever replace your roof.
Callum Bichel lead off for Bear Creek Express here in the 6th. But David Galino, Joe, the only guy to get aboard for Bear Creek since the 1st. Hit by pitch in the 2nd and then worked a walk in the 5th. Beyond that, it's a series of strikeouts and nothing out of the outfield, or out to the outfield, other than a fly ball by Yusuke Morita.
McCullough's had him pretty well contained tonight. Great control, just giving up the 1 hit. McCullough with 76 pitches so far in the game.
Chop foul by Bichel at the plate. Singled leading off the game, Joe, all the way back in the 1st and then caught stealing. Down on strikes in the 3rd, and part of that whole run by McCullough. I remember talking to Todd Martin about pitching and game management several years ago. He always talked about having to grind through these innings to get through to the 7th. He always got a little bit of energy back in the 7th, but 4, 5, 6 were the grind innings. McCullough really grinding here, it feels like, doesn't it?
2 balls, 2 strikes. Yeah.
This one is lashed out to the fence in left center. Callum Bichelle, a big clap of the hands as he motors up to second base with a leadoff double. Some life here, Joe, for the Bear Creek Express.
Well, they've got to get it rolling there. This is the top part of the order.
They need to get this train out of the station.
Bichelle 2 for 3 now.
Yusuke Morita. He's looking to get on track tonight, too. Oh, straight back to the screen. You know he's sitting on the rise ball, right? Like he wants to.
He's timing it.
Yeah, to bring him the way that he stands up. He comes up into his swing. He's looking to time that connection.
They must have the electronic communication as well.
Yeah, he's looking down at his wrist, and that one-way communication device, it's permitted under USA softball rules. We follow broadly the USA softball rules with some exceptions, and one-way communication devices are permitted. The Gremlins, at least the first time I saw it being used, Joe, was at the USA Men's Major last weekend. Bear Creek looks like they followed suit, but we shouldn't be having a game delay if there's a failure with the device.
No.
Inside to Morita and clipped him. Take a look at it here. Oh yeah, got him on the knee. So some adversity here for Devin McCullough and the JDT squad that they're going to have to work around here in the 6th. Sebastian can change the score in a hurry and the complexion of this game in a hurry.
Yes.
Over the top of the drop, a good inside drop ball from Devin McCullough. I certainly don't think that Sebastian was looking drop first pitch.
And I would come back with it.
Yeah, keep it under the hands of
Down
Sebastian.
and in.
Don't let him. Well, now he's turning to bunt. Wow.
I don't know if I agree with that one.
One, I'm flabbergasted. 2, I completely agree with you. Don't take the bat out of Ty Sebastian's hands here.
Not with nobody out. And your number 3 batter at the plate.
Yeah.
And you're down 2 runs. Think of the situation you're in.
That one up and out of the zone, and Ty, as he always does with 2 strikes, chokes up a little bit on the bat, gets a little bit deeper into that crouch.
Down and in. He's going to do anything with it. You want to keep that ball. You want him to hit it in the infield, so potentially you can keep that ball in the infield, turn the double play potentially.
And that got him on the back foot. He hobbles his way down to first base, and it's falling. The edges are getting a little tattered here, and Jamie Simpson very quickly out of the dugout to go see his right-hander. They do have somebody up in the bullpen. I would imagine that is Suriel up in the bullpen. But now bases loaded and nobody out. 2 hit by pitch.
And a double.
And the double by Callum Bichelle. Luger Pinto to the plate, an opportunity to change the score dramatically here in this one, Joe Todd. Devin McCullough and JDT have had this one well in hand here until the 6th, where the wheels, they haven't come off, but the bolts are loose.
Infielders playing right on the line.
Upstairs to Pinto, ball 1. And Cornelius tries to draw that one in, Joe, for ball 2, trying to frame it up, but Abel Chapo says no.
Well, this is the type of inning that you find out what you're made of.
That one went through everybody. I don't know how Pinto got out of the way of it. Cornelius never got a glove on it. And it came ricocheting right back off that padded backstop. And very favorably. Watch this. It bounced too, and I don't know how that didn't hit anything on the way by, but it didn't. And that's a break for JDT, to be honest.
3-0 count.
Stepped on the bag. Now they've got Bichel in a rundown. And they threw it away. Cornelius threw it away. Bichel comes around to score. He's followed very quickly. Did they have a pinch runner out there?
Oh, that would have been.
Chase Konechny was out running. That must have been for Marita.
No, Marita was out at third, wasn't he?
Oh, yes, you're right. He was out at third. So he was running for Sebastian. I'm sorry, I didn't see Konechny go in.
Yeah.
We don't, unfortunately, get all the changes up here. What a break there for the Express. It was the start of a good play by Laskowski to step on the bag and get the force. They had Bichel hung up. And Konechny had come all the way around to the bag, too. So all they had to do was basically walk up and tag Bichel.
Mm-hmm. Cut down on your throws, that situation.
We got ourselves a tie ball game through all of that with runners still, or at least one anyway, in scoring position. And there's a pinch runner for Pinto. Who's that, Joe?
No, that'll be...
Is that Watts? 32?
32.
Oh, Jaluska. Yeah.
David Jaluska.
Yeah, thank you. Burt can't catch up with that one. And McCullough's control, Joe, which had wavered there early in the inning, seems to have recovered just a bit.
I'll leave it to Bert now. 2-2.
Jack grounded out in the first and then down on strikes in the fourth. And again here in the sixth. Second out of the inning, but still not out of trouble. David Galino to the plate. Big cut, comes up empty.
McCullough's turned up the pace a bit too.
Well, we talked about having to grind to get through this inning. He's going to have to work hard to come out of it without giving up anything further. That one misses inside, much to the consternation of the team in white. And this one misses downstairs, so falling behind 2-1 to David Galino. Hit by pitch and walked. A little looper.
Oh,
what?
Great grab.
What a grab. What a grab. Braden Ducharme just saved the ball game for JDT right now. Look at this grab.
And the leap.
A desperation leap. Protects it up against the chest. Pretty to watch.
Do you need a reliable supply of products to run your business? Are you tired of having to deal with multiple suppliers to get everything you need? Absolute Business Supply is your dedicated, full-service business supply partner offering over 400,000 products and unmatched customer service. At ABS, we aren't just selling products. We offer a commitment to building meaningful relationships with our customers, getting to know your business goals so we can provide the best possible solutions for your needs. Find us on the web at absolutebusinesssupply.ca. And
pinch hitter. For Dallas Kipfer, who has not had any success against Ty Sebastian this afternoon or this evening. Joe, momentum solidly right now on the side in the team of Maroon. Chappell's giving a lot of instructions down there to somebody.
Well, they must be relaying either to the game changer girls down there.
Well, there's a couple of pinch hitters coming. And you and I were just remarking off air that the bottom of the order has really struggled here tonight against Ty Sebastian. Travis Jones, the walk in the second, but it's been a sea of Ks elsewhere. So Brock Atwell, the young Kiwi, off the plate for a strike, and Sebastian looks like he's got some renewed purpose in his stride, Joe. Way upstairs, but he's throwing as hard now as he was at the beginning of the game, if not harder. A lot of pitches for Ty on the evening. Did you get Luiger with the backswing?
I don't think so.
A 119 pitches for Sebastian. 3-0. Downstairs, ball 4, 4-pitch walk.
Good start for JDT.
Jeff Lyons pinch hitting for Cornelius. Every time you and I watch Jeff Lyons, he seems to get hits.
Yeah.
He's up here to bunt and gets it down, but Sebastian shot puts one out to second, throws it into the dirt for Galino. And he can't handle that grenade thrown his way by Sebastian. That's a tough ask. Ty rushed it, and no way for Galino to pick that. And that's going to be it for Ty.
Yes.
Well, it's tough when your dad has to come take you out, but that's what happens when your dad's the coach of the team.
Yes.
Pittarona on to warm up. We'll take a break. We'll be back. See how Pittarona handles some adversity.
Sometimes people worry about asking for help because there can be a stigma around mental health problems.
Trust your teammates.
Trust your teammates.
Trust your teammates.
They might believe that asking for help means admitting that something's wrong.
Trust your teammates. Trust your teammates.
Some people worry about how others might see them.
Trust your teammates. Trust your teammates.
Asking for help means that you want to make changes and take the first steps towards better mental health.
Trust your teammates.
Trust your teammates.
We should celebrate the courage it takes to speak up and make changes.
Trust your teammates. Trust your teammates.
Getting help is part of recovery.
Trust your teammates.
Trust your teammates.
Mental health isn't something you need to keep to yourself. Talk to a friend. Trust your teammates. You're not alone.
Trust your teammates.
Trust your teammates.
The first steps may be the toughest, but knowing where to look for help is a good start. Community mental health organizations like the Canadian Mental Health Association or Mental Health America offer resources and programs that can help you. Visit cmha.ca or mentalhealthamerica.net to find a branch in your community.
And remember,
Trust your teammates.
Trust your teammates.
Joe, after that great bunt by Jeff Lyons, Brennan Descharme over to run for
Jeff Lyons.
For Jeff, yeah. And effectively for Dallas Cornelius. Well, they did exactly what you thought, Joe. Pomeroy trying to bunt his way aboard, or at very least sacrifice those two runners up 60 feet. And Pomeroy runs extremely well, and he can put pressure on defenses.
Okay, if you see the movement on the infield there, Pederona didn't come off the mound. Arterillo charged, and so did the third baseman, Jack Burt. If I'm laying it down, I'm going right up the middle with it.
Pomeroy with the bat waggles. Snap throw down and thrown away. Atwell scampers up to third base. Pinto's got an arm behind the plate, but he airmailed that one. Atwell had a pretty good lead off the bag, but this throw not even close. There was daylight there.
Yeah.
Atwell was hung up, but my goodness, that throw was 8 feet in the air.
Yeah, you have to make sure, very careful, because no one is out now, and now you have the go-ahead run potentially at third base with no one out, and the top of the order.
So a couple of defensive miscues on both sides off the plate. I mean, just like we saw Alan Pecker was picked off in the prior game with Hill United against Kegel Black Knights. They had Atwell dead to rights.
Mm-hmm.
And change up.
Great change up. Beauty. Jordan could have swung 3 times there.
Well, reaches out and pulls this one foul. And Mike Taylor, who was always an outfielder, I believe, had no hands down there in the first base coach's box, and he's grinning about it at least. That's all you can do.
Yeah, he's.
Watch this. Oh, off the shoe. Yeah. Lift it up to center field.
It's going to score a run.
Marita out near the fence. Atwell will come in to score, and JDT take the lead. And how big is that throwing error now, Joe?
Very crucial. Leadoff walk started the inning. A leadoff walk just scored.
Braden Descharme. That pitch a little bit high. Hit it right at David Galino in the fourth and had it go through the wickets. 3-1. Express pitchers, Joe, just falling behind all night long. And ball 4 to Ducharme. So Brennan Ducharme is the pinch runner out at second. Braden, who's been in the game at short, is down at first. Scott Patterson, who's been swinging a hot stick, 2 for 3 on the night. 2 hard hit singles, a run scored.
The other was a hard ball out to Yusef Davis.
Well, first pitch strike to Patterson. And time at the plate. Just 1 out in this inning. And Joe, a nice response from JDT after giving up the tying runs in the top of the inning to come right back and pull back ahead here in the bottom.
Yeah, great regroup, great focus by the offensive side of the game for JDT. And how many times Scott Patterson and Pitterona have lined up against each other over the years.
Yeah, a fair bit in those Trans-Tasman series. Late on that swing.
Rona up in the count. 1 ball, 2 strikes.
And chases upstairs. Scott Patterson left wondering about that at bat. Colin Walsh. Pair of walks. Then down on strikes in the 5th, but all of that against Ty Sebastian. And that gets him on the arm guard. That's why you wear those ones, because that would have hurt otherwise.
Yes.
You could hear the thwack up here. A lot of guys hit by pitches in this game, it seems like. McCullough hit a couple.
Mm-hmm.
So bases loaded again for JDT.
Lynch had a big single back in the 5th inning.
Off speed to Lynch. Change up from Rona, a beauty. Lynch went around. Some of the leather lungs off to our right are letting the umpire have it. He's going to chase some of the Bear Creek guys back into the dugout, and rightfully so. And a bunch of guys hanging out the door. 0-2 to Jonathan Lynch. There's a little flare, but right to Cody Pannebecker. JDT leave the bases loaded, but they get that go-ahead run here in the bottom of the 6th. 3 outs away from sending the Express into the loser's bracket.
This business was opened in 1965 by my father, Ned Matiosi. Could have walked in here 25, 30 years ago and seen just about the same thing. The process of making this suit takes about 6 weeks. It goes through about 12 or 13 hands as it's moved along the line. It's an old-time place. Making stuff from scratch here in the city at a reasonable cost. It's a very personal type of business.
Ty Barterillo, Cody Pannebecker, Yusuf Davis. Bottom of the order for the Bear Creek Express. Some offers down here in the order, Joe.
Yeah, but they have to produce right now. You got to somehow find a way to get to that top part of the order. Callum Beachel's already had 2 hits in that game.
Paul Sebastian was in conversation with Abel Chapa. Cornelius back behind the plate. Well, here we go. Top of the 7th inning. In for a strike from Devin McCullough. Barterillo got caught looking in the 2nd. Sack bunt in the 5th. And comes up empty here, and the good drop ball
Great
from
pitch.
Devin McCullough. The bottom just fell out of that.
Barterillo really lifted his head on that. I'd come back with that same pitch.
That left it up a little higher,
Yeah.
and Barterillo just reached out and fouled it off.
Well, 2 sides of this coin here now. Barterillo, you got to protect the plate. McCullough, you got to find a way of finding a corner.
Down and away. Didn't get Barterillo to chase.
It's a good waste pitch.
And skips this one in again. I think you go back to the bread and butter, Joe, with the rise ball.
Not with, I like Barterillo's got a too strong of a bat for me for the rise. I'd come back with a drop personally.
Time at the plate, or is that time by McCullough?
I think Barterillo asked for it.
I think so too, but then he kind of pointed out at Devo. And I think what happened was the Gorilla Gold rag or rosin bag, whatever he's got in his pocket, I think it fell out.
Oh.
That was the rise. Good play over there by Dallas Kipfer to go up the middle to go get that planted, and a nice strong throw to get Barterillo at first.
Great range by Kipfer to go to his right about 10 feet pick up the ball, planted his feet, and then threw a bullet over to first base. Made a couple good plays at second base tonight.
He's looked good, hasn't he? Pinch hitter here for Bear Creek, Dylan Cunningham. First pitch swinging, flies this out to left field. Pomeroy settles under it.
Last call for Bear Creek Express.
Yusuf Davis. We saw him launch one to center field. Straightaway center field for a home run on Sunday, as he got another one in his bat in tight for ball one.
It's a nice pitch. Got Yusuf Davis thinking now. Now, if you're Yusuf Davis, you got to be willing to take that ball the other way if you get that outside pitch. Yusuf Davis has a tendency of going that way.
Well, he was trying to hit that one back to California.
Yeah.
I guess Yusuf is Las Vegas now, isn't he?
Yeah, Las Vegas, Nevada.
Trying to hit that one to Las Vegas. Judged a strike on the swing, and JDT an out away from notching another win over the Bear Creek Express. A pitch away. There it is, JDT, a late 3-2 win with the go-ahead run coming in the bottom of the sixth inning. Devin McCullough, star of the game for JDT tonight.
McCullough threw a two-hitter with 11 strikeouts.
Outstanding performance for the right-hander from Saskatoon. JDT will move on into the Final Four in the undefeated side. Bear Creek will drop down into the losers bracket. Joe, we're going to see more of them. Folks, come back tomorrow. We're looking at a 3, 6, and 8 schedule tomorrow here on Softball Premier TV and the ISC Network. For Carol Dureste, Luciano Lafrano, Peter Labardius, Joe Todd, thanks for being with us tonight. We'll catch you on the flip side. Called strike three, the outside corner. They weren't out of that. Yeah. High in the air, Viavazo comes to get it, and the Chiefs are back to the top of the mountain. The gloves fly. The celebration is underway.